Entering settings screen, you have 28 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
It's one of the loudest stadiums in the National Football League. And with the drum beating, the crowd has begun its battle cry here at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Visitor sideline, a look at the Raiders head coach. His guys are struggling, 1-4 to begin this year. Across from him, it's the head coach of these Chiefs. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. Off we go from Arrowhead. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
I think when you take a step back and you look at last week's loss, I think there was some good and there was some bad. And I think you could really say that about the entire team. The 2 touchdown passes were great. Of course, he's got to stop giving the ball away with the interception. But I think if he continues to clean up some of his fundamentals, continue to improve his decision-making, and then on top of that, guys around him just have to continue to play better.
They'll run with the Boise State product, Ashton Genty. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. With that, I will give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A big play there for the Raiders. Pickup of 46 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is, and in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
Here's Genty. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Here now, 2nd down and goal.
Here we go, let's go.
They'll go play action with Stroud. That's caught left side by Bowers. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. And that's going to set up 3rd and goal.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here we go. From the gun here on 3rd down, under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up. And that this isn't a sign of things to come. A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him. And if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, it's going to be a hard group to beat. Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius. Unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 21. Good for a Chiefs first down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
2nd and 10. Mahomes back. The toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Now give on the ground, and he will score! Touchdown, Chiefs!
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all away.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs move out to a 7-3 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
For the longest time, when you threw the ball to the running back, it was a check down, a swing, a screen, kind of short underneath where you relied on guys to run after the catch. But that's not the case anymore. So many of these running backs around the league, Mike, they can run routes, in a lot of cases, almost as good as the wide receivers.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 7. We'll get this complete to his tight end Bowers. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
All right. 18.
Douglas in motion. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
19 more yards.
1st and 10.
That's another Las Vegas first
go.
down.
Moore going in motion.
First down.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 5.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5.
18.
Throwing is Stroud. Pass completed to Douglas. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there.
12 yards. And the Raiders first down.
18.
First and 10 at the 11-yard
On
line.
1st and 10, it's Genty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At the 11-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. That one intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And after that promising drive, Mike, just a really disappointing end. I mean, everything was going so well. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection, and then he just gets a little too aggressive with the decision-making, and it can turn around in a snap.
And Butker on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs extend their advantage to 14-3.
Chiefs 14. Raiders 3. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be taken down on what will be the final play of this opening quarter. So after 1, it's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10.
Already.
They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Javon Holland up to make the tackle.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And that's just an awesome play, especially in the midst of that kind of pressure. The second his head turned around, there was a guy right in his face, but he gets the ball out quick, right as he's being hit, and his guy does the rest with the ball in his hands.
Oh, and
On play action. Stroud. The ball's out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and we'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Back to throw. Stroud. He's got his receiver, and that's Jack Best. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
all right.
Now Stroud. He's got Douglas going deep. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
All right, Mike, so in a situation like this, I would love to see the quarterback think first down. I don't need a touchdown. I need a fresh set of downs. I need to keep the chains moving and give me more opportunities to hopefully end this drive with a touchdown.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
It's second and 8.
From the 41, here's second and 8. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. Quick throw, taken in. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 11 yards on the connection there, and the Chiefs have a first down. Now a give up the middle. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Off the play fake. Mahomes moving to his right. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
So backed up now to the 8-yard line. It's third and goal. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come. Fourth down is looming. Now Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Jenkins. And the defense signaling safety here. The official says he made it out of the end zone, but not by much.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. So on 4th down, here's Corey Bojorquez to kick it away, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. He'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Mahomes on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is Huss. What a throw. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Here's Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Raiders 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw, it's Stroud. That is caught downfield by Douglas. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a
gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Raider 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
From the gun, here's Stroud. On the run to the right.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. he's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away.
And at this point, they need all the points they can get, so kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. And I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Finding room across midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. And he will score. Touchdown Chiefs. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in. Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one. The Lions taking on the Jets. And this is the Jets quarterback. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. Up next, another intriguing matchup. And this is the Vikings running back. He'll take this one in from 2 yards out. The Vikings improved to 4-2 on the year with another win. Got one more to show you. Let's go to Denver. It's the Broncos hosting the LA Chargers. And this is Omarion Hampton. He's a weapon in the run game. He's a weapon in the passing game. Look at him go. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. The Chargers get back to 500. They even their mark at 3-3. And with that, a look now at the rest of the action around the NFL here in week number 6. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he tops all other NFL running backs to this point in the season. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. It was Odafe Owe to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 6. Now, Mahomes. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
4-yard gain.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
And he's going to have the Chiefs first down. He's brought down after a gain of 7 on 4th and 2. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Attack is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Kansas City
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down,
and
KC.
10 at the 40-yard line.
On the ground, here's Etienne. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Throwing is Mahomes. A throw on the move is caught. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Chiefs first down.
Kansas City
And while it
Chiefs.
ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. They're going to take this down right to the edge of the red zone. 21. Walter Nolan in there on the stop.
3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. On the ground, it's the tight end. He's going to have it at the 12-yard line. Enough to get the first down and keep it going.
First down.
What a nice drive this continues to turn out to be. I mean, to continue to maintain possession and sustain this drive, you can feel the defense is starting to wear down. So they had an opportunity there to get off the field and come away with a 3rd down stop, but they pick up just enough and get a fresh set of downs.
A first down throw for Mahomes. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for
So now it's
Kansas City.
Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. Good coverage by the kicking team. It's out of bounds, shy of the 20. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. That one taken in by Douglas. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Run right at the gut for JT. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. throw is Stroud. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Third and 10.
Here we go, let's go.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud.
Frank, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
The Raiders send their punt team out, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. The Chiefs' offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
Yellow.
He'll try the right side this time. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Walter Nolan in there on the stop. They're down and 3. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mahomes. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
Fight on these two.
Here's ETN. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
To the 49-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this 3rd quarter has come to an end. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Here's Mahomes. That's taken in. And he is going to have a Chiefs 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chin. And solid return as he gets it up past the 45-yard line.
ready. Ready.
On first down, it's Stroud. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Stroud going to set up to throw. He'll find Genty at the backfield. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Here we go. Ready.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. He's got a man. That's DJ Moore. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. 41 yards. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Genty. This defense backs up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Back to throw. Stroud. That one taken in. Pop Douglas. Touchdown Vegas. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. His kick is good. And the Raiders are able to cut into the deficit.
Raiders 13.
With down 3 scores and it's late, they're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. And they're going to take over possession.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. This caught right side by Worthy. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 22
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners.
That is going to be ball in. He's got it. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Now Stroud. The pressure's too much, and he goes down.
C.J. Stroud sacked. A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
Bowers the man in motion. Throwing on second down. Stroud. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Third down and 17.
To throw, it's Stroud. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
That is 3 plays and out. It's fourth down.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. And this crowd certainly has liked what they have seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in. They have not disappointed, as they have the advantage here in the fourth. Now he'll air one out. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's now second and 10.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to be third down.
On the coverage.
Yellow.
He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Yellow.
He'll turn and hand this one off. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
At the 22-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
It's 3rd and 4.
Fire down these two. All right, go.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season.